lots of amazing LEGO sets are retiring this year, and today's is no exception. This set is phenomenal. It's created with all the love and care a set like this can, but is it worth the price tag? I'm very excited to share this with you. First, we're going to get into my rating, my review, some final thoughts. You'll be on your way to the next video. Let's get into it. I do my ratings on a number of metrics to help you figure out if this set is right for you. Skill, 5 out of 10. It's actually a really fun build, and I'd honestly venture to say it's easy. For my true beginners, there's a lot of small pieces, and this is definitely over that 1,000 piece mark where I would consider it hard for true beginners. So definitely you can do this one because it's not difficult, but I take breaks, especially because your thumbs are going to end up hurting quite a bit. My more beginners, you'll be fine, but again, your thumbs might hurt from this one. For my intermediate to advanced builders, honestly, it's a little long to be saying this, but I would say this is actually probably a good unwind set, even though it's pretty much 1,200 pieces. By the way, unwind set is not something that I coined, but it is something I talk about a lot on this channel, and I picture sometimes coming home and cracking open a box of Legos to unwind, and this would be one you would do. But like, instead of uncorking something or cracking open a can of something, too early in the video, I can't say it, cracking open a box of Legos and doing this to unwind after a long, hard day. Aesthetics, 9 out of 10. I look at this like grades, and honestly, this one's for sure an A. There's only really 2 things I didn't like on this, but those are kind of minor issues. For one, the scale feels really good on this one. Sometimes with LEGO Minecraft, the scale is off, and to me, that looks right. I also love that this set includes so many biomes. I think the amount of detail they were able to cram into here is incredible. I love the caves, I love the waterfall and the lava fall. I think those are really cool details. I also love all the little figures we get, and we'll talk about this more during the review portion, but I do think you could actually use these to play a little bit. Also, I did show this earlier, but the aesthetics of the whole outside honestly are beautiful. So the things I didn't like, this is not a big deal, but these 2 right here are stickers. Now, there are 6 different options for this, and you really only have to place 2, so technically there's only 2 stickers in this, and for the 4 other options besides what I put on here, if they're a little off center, nobody would ever know. I also really don't like the underside of this crafting table. I wish that we used this piece right here, but in a blue color to kind of cover this, because I think it would have just made it look a little bit better. It's not the world's biggest deal or anything, but I do wish that was covered, because if you have it at a slightly up angle, you for sure see it. Durability, 7 out of 10. I look at this like grades, so 7 out of 10 would be a C. C's get degrees, C's are average, so this is totally fine. Some things to note with this, there are stuff like this that is supposed to come off super easy. Not to mention the little biomes within here can be pulled off and moved around, so just be a little aware of that. I'm not knocking it because it's intentional, but just be aware. Value, 9 out of 10. I do this metric solely based off of the price per brick. By the way, I will call them bricks and pieces interchangeably. Sorry about that. There are 2 main factors that affect a set's price per brick. One is the licensed IP. Minecraft is a licensed IP, so that's definitely a factor. The other one is custom pieces. Now, there for sure is some custom printing on here, especially for the faces and just like little things like that, really the figures. I also did catch a few custom, they're not custom pieces, but they're custom colors of pieces that already exist within here. Normally, a set's price per brick will range from 6 to 12 cents. This set costs $89.99 and has 1,195 pieces, giving it a 7-cent price per brick. Honestly, I am so happy with that. I know that Minecraft sets typically do have a better price per brick, which I'm always thankful for, but that's pretty dang good, especially for a licensed IP. Time, 12 out of 10. I know this is breaking my normal scale. You gotta hear me out on this one. So I only do this metric based off of the average amount of bricks I was placing per hour with this set relative to my normal average. My normal average is anywhere from 350 to 425 bricks per hour, excluding Technics, because those are a whole nother beast. This one has 1,195 bricks, and it took me 2 hours and 23 minutes, meaning I averaged 495 bricks per hour. So yeah, I think this one's an unwind set. Joy, 9 out of 10. I look at this like grades, and honestly, this one was extremely joyous. This is a very biased rating though. For me, Minecraft represents a lot of my childhood, and I've played it on and off for years. And so I have a very big nostalgia draw to this, and it's really cool to build a part of the franchise that is honestly so iconic, and it's done so well. It really just, I feel very happy looking at it, and I felt very happy during building it too. Overall, A tier. This is a really cool set With it retiring soon, I'm really hoping Lego Minecraft gets another set like this that is as good as it, because like honestly that'd be a huge disservice to Lego Minecraft fans. Let's talk about it more. This build is 10 bags, and I'd say it doesn't really have sections. You could kind of say all the different removable pieces are, but that's a bit specific when most of them are one single bag. We do get these little figures that I mentioned earlier that I think a kid could use for play. In bag 1, we get Steve, which coincidentally is the icon for the progress bar at the bottom of the instruction booklet pages. For people who don't know Minecraft well, that was the original character you got. In bag 2, we get a cow. It's one of those OG style ones. For the longest time, it was the only one we had. Now, so much has changed. We have mushroom cows, cold climate cows, which I call them Highland cows, and warm climate cows that have giant horns. In bag 3, we get what I think is a skeleton, but it really looks like a ghast. In bag 4, we get a witch. Funny thing, when they were first introduced, I didn't know there was a difference between a witch and a villager. Villagers are friendly mobs and witches are hostile. So I was very confused at why a villager, quote unquote, was attacking me. In bag 5, we get a creeper. There's a whole set that is on par with this one of a creeper. I have a review video of that one up. If I remember, I'll link it down below. In bag 7, we get a villager. In bag 8, we get a pig. And finally, in bag 9, we get Alex. The only bags we don't get any of these figures is in bags 6 and 10. I think realistically, we could have gotten 2 more, and if they did, a zombie would have been a perfect candidate for one of them. I don't know what the second one would be. Maybe an Enderman. Minecraft has a bunch of different biomes, which are what we would call climates in the real world. This set represents 12 of them. You have the plains, taiga, cherry blossom, birch, jungle, desert, dark oak, swamp, ice spikes, lush caves, dripstone caves, and potentially the abandoned cave. I'll be honest, the booklet says that there's 12, but doesn't outline specifically what they are, so some of these are guesses, while other ones, like the cherry blossom biome, is just obvious. I mentioned play features earlier, so I wanted to point out something I didn't realize until looking back through the booklet for the names of the biomes. Usually Minecraft sets are great for play, but I think it's so rare we get a display set with this level of unique play features, and I think that's really fun. Also, when you remove all the biomes, at the bottom of that is a Minecraft map, so you can place the set back together as it was when you originally built it, which I think is really cool. I also really appreciate that the set does have a cave system underneath. I think it's really fun. I know I am saying that there are play features, but this set is advertised as an adult set. It is meant to be a model, but that is one thing I do love about the Minecraft Lego category. They don't 100% shift any set in any one direction. There's a bit of appeal to anyone of any age or any background. Honestly, it's impressive with how well they're able to get so much detail into this set. The inclusions of the caves is another feature they managed to fit in there, which is pretty insane when you think about it. Because I knew right away when it was the dripstone caves, which really there was only like 4 pieces to represent that. Usually I wouldn't call sets over 1,000 pieces small, but since so many of the bricks on this are small in this set, it looks like it's maybe 600 bricks big. It's only 5.5 inches tall by 6 inches long and 6 inches wide. So really, it's quite tiny for the amount of pieces. Not to mention, there's a lot of open space within the set. So I do think it's pretty amazing that they got so much detail in there. Also, something I forgot to mention during the aesthetics portion that I want to point out now is the way they do the sky. In the sky, there's a yellow block piece, which looks very similar to the Minecraft sun. They also included a few clouds, which I'm pretty happy about. Something I didn't really talk about is how absolutely well they nailed the outside of the set. I'm sorry, I don't think anyone could do it better. It looks exactly like a crafting table, at least the non-open bits. Which, speaking of it, the set to me really screams somebody who absolutely loves the franchise created the set. There's a lot of love and care to add in Easter eggs and biomes in a way that would be extremely difficult to just throw together. And all that in a crafting table that to me looks perfectly scaled. I don't actually think it is. I think the height might be technically half an inch off, but I could be wrong. This is a 15th anniversary set, so of course it has to be pretty spectacular. It wouldn't be modern Lego if the sets weren't polished. Honestly, I'm also a big fan of highly detailed things, but the level of detail that this set goes into exceeds even Lego standards. I did a video last week sharing my thoughts on another video that was talking about why Lego wasn't for kids. And one of the points that they brought up was sets that were very detailed, and we opened a discussion on that. And I know these are all anecdotal experiences, but a lot of you who have kids who are into Lego have said that they also really like the highly detailed sets, which matches my experience of being in the Lego stores and hearing kids talk about how detailed and the details that they got into these Lego sets. But I really do think the level of detail on this set makes it perfect for all ages. So do I think this set is worth it? Absolutely, I do. I just want to say really quickly, thank you so much for watching the video to this point. Whether this is the first video you've watched or like the 50th video of mine you've watched, it seriously helps me out so much when you guys watch the videos to this point, so thank you. I also want to say an extra special thank you to my channel members. It means the world to me to have you guys. Comment down below, let me know, are you planning on getting this set? What other retiring sets are you planning on getting? And with that said, I will see you guys next time. Bye!